Peach Street Breakdown. Rah. Okay. All right, so today we're in the all praise to Yahweh Bashem Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. Today we're in the 17th day of the 13th month. Yes, we have 13 months this year because of the ways that the moon is operating inside the constellations. All right. So now the next new moon is going to be, well, before we get started, Shema Yasha'Allah, Yahweh Allahayna, Yahweh Kal, Wa Habda Af Yahweh Allahayaka, Bakal Lababka, Wa Bakal Napashka, Wa Bakal Ma'atka. Hear, O Israel, Yahweh our power, Yahweh is one, and you shall love Yahweh your power with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your might. Yabaraka come Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, Yahweh bless you, in the name of Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, and Shalom. Now, let's get started. The next new moon is going to be March 5th, right? March 5th. The new year is going to start on April 4th. Passover will begin on April 18th to April 19th. And the last day of Passover will be April 24th to April 25th, sunset to sunset. All right, so now we're going to get started on the third day, Parashah of Tisa. All right, Tasha, which is Exodus chapter 33, verses 12 through 16. And we're dealing with being in the holy presence of Yahweh. All right, so let's get started in Exodus chapter, let's use that one. In Exodus chapter 33, verse 12 through 16, all 5 verses. We're going to read that. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Call you that.
Exodus chapter 33, verse 12. And Moshe said unto Yahweh.
So Yahweh and Moshe are having an interaction. They're having a conversation. Go ahead.
See, thou sayest unto me.
So Moshe is telling Yahweh, like, Yahweh, you told me something. So I want to bring it back to your remembrance. I want to ask some questions about it. Go ahead.
Bring up this people, and thou hast not let me know whom thou wilt send with me.
So you told me to bring up this people, but right now, the whole leadership falls on me. I'm the one responsible. Right? And this is actually the foreshadow to when Moses is going to actually put together the 70 elders. So the Most High is going to take the spirit off of that Moses has, and he's going to distribute it amongst these 70 men. So this is like a foreshadow. So right now, everything falls on Moshe. Quara.
Yet thou hast said, I know thee by name.
But yet you say you my peoples. You told me that, you told me that I was your peoples. But who's supposed to help me do all this work to lead these people? Quara.
And thou hast also found grace in my sight.
So now you found grace in my sight, Yahweh. So I feel for you. I have a relationship with you. I have a connection with you. Go ahead.
Now, therefore, I pray thee.
Now, Moshe is saying now, Yahweh, please, I beg of you, do what?
If I have found grace in thy sight.
If I indeed have found grace in your sight, because I'm not really feeling like. All right, so Shema Yasha'Allah, Yahweh Allahayna, Yahweh Kad, Wa Habda Ab Yahweh Allahayaka. All right, so we had to start it back up again. But Moses is saying, I'm not really feeling like you showing me grace. I'm not feeling like you showing me grace. Why? Go ahead.
Show me now thy way.
Show me the way that you want me to walk in. So Moshe wants Yahweh to show him the way. So oftentimes when we're trying to do something, we want to do it our way. But we don't look in the scriptures to see what is the way we're supposed to do it. All right. I'm not saying everybody prays to the Most High and he makes things drop out the sky. See, those types of things in the scriptures were very rare events. That's why you read about them, because they weren't happening to everybody. The situation happened with Gideon and the cloth, Gediwan, and the cloth being wet and the cloth being dry and dew being around the cloth. These are things that are rare. The Most High, for the most part, gave the book to us. He gave the book to us. Just like when you read about Abraham, Lazarus, and the rich man. The rich man wanted to go back and warn his brothers that there is a punishment after death when you don't do righteousness in the eyes of Yahweh. And what did Father Abraham say? What did Father Abraham say? They got Moses and the prophets. They can read those books if they want to get a better understanding, or if they want to read something and know what's going on. If they want something to be proven to them. Let them read the Torah. Let them read Isaiah and Ezekiel. See, that's what he told them. So the Most High already told us in his word. So why you sit back saying, well, I wonder what the Most High want me to do? I mean, that's cool to do if you got that type of relationship with the Most High. Most of us don't. Most of us don't have the relationship, with the Most High like that. Because if we did, we would know that we're always going to be in an uncomfortable position, but the Spirit is pushing us to do this thing to take us to, a higher level. So that's what we got. That's what we're looking at also, inside the scriptures. All right, looking at that also inside the scriptures. All right, go ahead.
That I may know thee.
They said, I want to know you. Go ahead.
That I may find grace in thy sight.
Uh-huh.
And consider this nation is thy people.
All right, so now I want to find grace in your sight, and I want to consider that this people are indeed your people. Go ahead.
And descend, my presence shall go with thee.
So Yahweh told him, look, my presence, my face, my countenance is going to go before you. My countenance is going to lead you through. Go ahead.
And I will give thee rest.
And from here, I'm going to give you rest. I'm going to give you rest. So I'm going to give you rest. All right. So he says, I'm going to make everything cold, calm, and collected and reserved in your spirit. All right, go ahead.
And he said unto him, if thy presence go not with me.
So now he said to Yahweh, if you do not go with us, if your presence does not go with us, if you don't send us something to know and recognize that you are there with us, all right, if you don't give us something to know that you are with us, if you don't send your angel to work with me and guide me and show me, read.
Carry us not up hence.
Then leave us here. If you're not with us, then let us stay here. Meaning, we don't want to go any further into this wilderness. We don't want to go any further in doing things that we want to do if you don't go with us, if you don't send your presence with us. Go ahead.
For wherein shall it be known here that I and thy people have found grace in thy sight?
So how will we know that we have found grace in your sight? Go ahead.
It is not in thou goest with us.
Isn't it by you going with us? Isn't that how we know you've had grace with us? Because your presence is with us. Not just the presence being with us. Remember, he wanted to know that somebody was working with him, that he wasn't just doing this thing alone. All right, read.
So shall we be separated.
So we're going to be separated, meaning what? Us and Moses are going to be separated. Go ahead.
I and thy people from all the people that are upon the face of the earth.
So we're going to be separated from everybody on the earth. Why? Because Yahweh's presence is with us. And when Yahweh's presence is with us, now we know that we have found grace. We have found grace and favor in the eyes of Yahweh. Let's go to the book of Esther, the addition to Esther in the Apocrypha, chapter 15, verse 14. All right. The additions to Esther in the Apocrypha, chapter 15, verse 14. All right, so when we go into the book of Esther, Esther was dealing with a situation in captivity. All right, she was basically in captivity under the Persian Mede Empire, Ahasuerus, who's also known as Xerxes. You know the movie 300? Yeah, that's this guy that Esther was under. The guy, the king that was ruling during the movie 300 time period. That's King Xerxes, which is the guy that we are reading about right now in that time period in the book of Esther. So let's read Esther chapter 15, chapter 15, verse 14. I got.
For wonderful art thou.
So Esther's the wonderful art thou. Go ahead.
Lord.
Yahweh, you are wonderful. You are full of wonder. Go ahead.
And thy countenance is full of grace.
And your what?
Countenance is full of grace.
So the face of Yahweh is full of grace. So we have to have that grace from the Most High. We have to have that grace. So when you look in the book of Numbers, all right, when you look in the book of Numbers, chapter 6, it goes into the face, all right, the face of Yahweh. So in Yahweh's face, we get grace. We get grace from the Most High. All right, when we're dealing with the face of Yahweh. His face meaning his direction, his glory. All right, being obedient to him and him dealing with us on different levels. All right. So the Most High, when we dealing with him and when we working with him and when we doing what is right toward him, he shows us little glimpse of his face. And that's our prayer. Yabarakaka Yahweh wa Yashamarka. All right, Yahweh bless you and Yahweh protect you, preserve you, guard you. Yahweh Yahweh Panyawa Aliyaka. Right, Yahweh shine his face upon you. Let's read Numbers chapter 6. Were you at Numbers? Yeah, we go. Yeah, when we look at Numbers chapter 6. All right, about verse. Let's start from Numbers chapter 6, and let's read verse 25.
Yahweh make his face shine upon thee.
Yahweh make his face shine upon thee. So when we know Yahweh's face is shining upon us, he gives us that grace. That grace meaning he coaxes us gently. He moves us gently. He guides us. He pulls us back. And that's what we want from Yahweh. Grace not to sin. Grace to stay away from temptation. Grace to make it through any challenges that come toward our way that would make us get weaker. We want everything to make us strong, and we want to keep a clear mind and a focus on what we're trying to do, which is to get to the kingdom by being obedient to Yahweh. Read.
And be gracious unto thee.
May Yahweh be what?
Gracious unto thee.
See that? May Yahweh shine his face upon you and be gracious unto you. Talking about you. This prayer is written for you. So you want Yahweh to be gracious upon you, and you want Yahweh's face to shine upon you. So you want a piece of his holy presence to go with you to destroy the enemy, to vanquish your adversaries. Well, you don't got to even speak no words against somebody. All right, you speaking what the word of the Most High says, but you instilling respect, fear, trembling, and even sometimes hatred and jealousy in other people. All right, but when the Most High face shines upon you, this is what happens. All right, the Most High is giving you that grace. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3 verse 9. All right, Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3 verse 9. Go ahead.
They that put their trust in him.
So now Moses put full trust in Yahweh. Read.
Shall understand the truth.
Then you understand the truth. Go ahead.
And such as be faithful in love shall abide with him.
Such as be faithful in love shall abide with him. Go ahead.
For grace and mercy.
For what?
Grace and mercy.
For grace and mercy, they go together. Grace and mercy, what?
Is to his saints.
Is to those that are of the children of Israel that are doing his holy law, that are following and believing in his holy son. Grace and mercy are toward his saints, meaning his holy ones. those that walk in the path of righteousness. You might stumble, you might fall, but you ain't ever going to get off the path. When you start finding yourself doing something that's wrong continuously, you're doing, you've fallen off the path. You got to stop that and get back on. Go ahead.
He hath care for his elect.
He has care for his elect, which are who? Which are his saints, which are those that do his commandments and laws diligently and follow his son Yahushua HaMashiach. All right, so that's how the grace comes in, and he shows us his face as Moses asked about. So the same thing that Moses asked about is the same thing that we see Solomon talking about. The same thing we see the book of Numbers talking about, which is what? Which is grace and mercy from the Most High. All right, let's go into the book of Matthew, chapter 20.
Teaching them to observe all things.
So Yahushua said, I want you to go and teach all nations. And when you're teaching these people, all right, now the primary audience of what's going on in the Bible is the 12 tribes of the children of Israel, which are the people that arrived in America on slave ships, and the people that arrived in the in North, Central, South America as the original peoples in this part of the world. Read that again.
Teaching them to observe.
So he said, when you baptize these people, matter of fact, start from verse 19.
Go ye therefore and teach all nations.
So you go out and you do this teaching. All right, we're talking about all nations. You got to go to these places. You got to go out from where you are, your comfort zone, and you have to go and teach his people. You got to go and teach his people. You got to go to all these countries. Our people have been scattered. Israel have been scattered all around the globe. So the scripture says, go ye therefore and teach, God.
And baptizing them.
Go ye therefore and teach, God.
Teach all nations.
Teach all nations, God.
Baptizing them.
Baptizing them. Putting them in water. Baptizing them. Giving them the truth of the word. Baptizing them. Yahushua HaMashiach did both. Baptized with the water, spirit, and baptized with the word. You see that? So you got to get baptized with whatever you see HaMashiach baptizing or getting baptized with. He had to get baptized by John, Yahweh. That's what he had to do. And he went and did it. So scripture says, go ye therefore teach all nations, baptizing them, go ahead.
In the name of the Father.
Under the authority and the representation and the power of the Father. All right. Appreciate you too, Lindbergh Sadasi. All right. All praise to the Most High, man. I'm not no master, though. I'm not no master teacher, man. I'm just sharing what I know, man, with our people. All right, go ahead.
And of the Son.
Baptized in the name of the Father, which is Yahweh, which means he is. Go ahead.
And of the Son. And of the Holy Spirit.
Baptized him in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. All right. The Father, Yahweh. The Son, Yahweh Shai, or Yahweh She. And then Ruach or Rawak HaKodash, the Spirit that is holy. So baptizing them in the name of all three. Read.
Teaching them to observe all things.
Teach them to observe what?
All things.
All things, go ahead.
Whatsoever I have commanded
so
you.
All of the commandments that we're supposed to be keeping, guarding, protected, that we learned from Moses, that we learned from Yahushua HaMashiach. You got to teach all these people these things about HaMashiach. Read.
And lo, I am with you always.
I am with you always. Go ahead.
Even unto the end of the world.
So now Yahweh, remember Moses asked Yahweh, who's going to help me do this job? Who's going to be with me? Well, the answer is now for us, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. And that's why Yahweh Shai HaMashiach said that. Read that again. I will what? I will be with you always. Read.
Even until the end of the world.
So I will be with you always. What don't we understand? That's very clear, very understandable. So he's saying that I'm always going to be with you. So if you want to deal with the presence of the Most High, you got to get through me first. And you're not getting to the Father unless you go through the Son. And if you want to get that mercy and grace from the Father, you got to go through the Son, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach first. But you got to go through Yahweh Shai HaMashiach first. So Yahweh Shai shows us Yahweh. Yahweh Shai shows us that the face of the Most High. Yahweh Shai shows us that grace and that mercy from the Most High. All right, so you got to pray. You got to fast. You got to walk in obedience to the Torah. And you have to keep wisdom and Yahweh Shai as the main source of decisions that you have to make. All right. And the law is just everybody had to walk in the law. But now when you get to these different decisions, wisdom and Yahweh Shai can guide you through those decisions. If you fast, if you pray, if you teach the Most High, and you're diligent and you ask him for wisdom, the Most High said, I give it to you. The Most High said, if you ask me, right, I give it to you. All right. The scripture says that if any man lack wisdom, ask of the Most High. That gives to everybody as much as they want. So as much as you got is as much as you want. But you can't ask for it if you don't have the faith to receive it and to operate in it. Right? And you have to operate in what he's saying. Operate on what the Proverbs said. And I've been saying this for the past few months now because it really has to sink into our spirits. Because once we gather brothers together and we start operating in the spirit of wisdom, and then Yahweh, through Yahweh Shai, all right, through wisdom, starts to heal people, starts to do miraculous things in our lives, starts to show us how to chop up this word, to feed it to people so it can digest and manifest their spirit, all right, into obedience to the Most High. So that's what wisdom shows us, how to do. All right, that's what wisdom shows us how to do. So once we start walking in wisdom, we'll see all of these things. All right, so that's really, that's about it for today. This has been the third Torah Parashah of Tisa, Exodus chapter 33, verse 12 through 16, in his holy presence. Meditate on Yahweh, keep him in your spirit, all right? And then you will stay in his presence. All right, now, the next new moon is going to be on, March 3rd, all right? So the 3rd of March. I'm sorry, I said we're in the 13th month. Shalakli. We're in the 12th month. So 3rd of March is going to be month number 13. Now the new year is going to be so-called 4th of April. That's New Year. And Passover is going to be from the 18th to the 19th of April. And then the last day of Passover is going to be the 24th to the 25th of April. All right, there you got it right there. All the dates. The 3rd of March, 4th of April. The 13th month, we have 13 months this year. And then the first month, which is going to be April 4th. And then you got what? Passover. All right. You got Passover. And you got Passover. That's going to be on the days we have listed here. All right, so that's Passover. All right, and this is a Pasach and Pasach. So when you observe the Passover, these are the dates. Now you're gonna hear a lot of dates floating around out there, from some educated brothers and from some brothers that are not very educated in how to do their calendars. All right, so I'm telling you, what it is. These are the dates. Passover. This is day number 1. This is day number 7. Now remember, when you're doing Passover, you can leave the door. Don't leave the door. When you're doing Passover, remember, Passover happens right before sunset on April 18th. And then when the sun starts to go down on April 18th, that's when we go into the first day of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. All right, so that's about it. We did another record class today. We only had 5 verses, all right, today. But we still found, man, this is stretch it out. Because we're dealing with the presence of Yahweh. And you want to keep his presence with you. So anoint yourself with oil, all right? Pray for yourself. Have your elders, all right? Have your husband, have your father, all right? Have them pray over you and have them fast and pray with you sometimes when you have different problems that you're trying to conquer. All right, so that's about it. May Yahweh be with you. In the name of Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, Shema Yasha Allah, Yahweh Allahayana, wa Yahweh Akkad, wa Habda At Yahweh Allahayaka, Bakal Lababka, wa Bakal Napaska, wa Bakal Ma'atka. Hear, O Israel, Yahweh our power, Yahweh is one. Yabaraka come Yahweh Basham Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. Yahweh bless you all. In the name of Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, Hallelujah, and Shalom.